Hi everybody, I thought I would add a little stretching video for you to try at home. When you're doing your stretching, it's really good to do it when your body's nice and warm. So perhaps after you've been out for a nice brisk walk, or perhaps after you've done one of the warm-up or one of the exercise videos that we posted earlier to get your body ready for stretching. So what we're going to do to start with is get the feet about hip width apart. And when the feet are hip width apart, we're just checking our posture again. So knees relaxed, hips tucked under, tummy drawn in, long through the spine, open the shoulders, and then just let your arms relax by your side. Got a chair here, so if you want to hold on to the chair, that's absolutely fine. So what I'm going to do first is just think about lifting the toes off the ground, the weight's through my heels, and then I'm going to try and put my toes down one at a time onto the ground. So starting with your little toe, one at a time going down, finishing with the big toe pushing down into the ground. We're just going to do that a few times, lift and hold, and then just one toe at a time. And as the feet go down to the ground, as the toes go down, spreading the weight, feeling the pressure and the connection of the toes on the ground, feeling them helping you balance as the toes go down. Toes lifted up, little toe, one at a time if you can, it's quite tricky. Big toe going down last, good, and holding that position. We're going to take the feet out a little bit wider, and what we're going to do is work the inside of the leg. So just taking the feet slightly beyond shoulder width apart and holding that position. And then in that position, just turning the toes slightly out to the sides. So again, you just choose how far you feel comfortable. Chair's there to help you balance, hips tucked under, hip bones facing forward. We're going to take the weight across to one side. So you might need to just turn that toe a little bit further out so that the knees are going nice and wide as you turn out. We're just going to let the weight go to one side. Try to make sure that the knee's not going beyond or over the toes, so there's no pressure in the knees. So keeping the knee just so that you can see your toes popping out over the other side if you look down. If you feel the knees going over, just take that other leg slightly further out to the side. Now I'm feeling that stretch in the inside of the leg. So feeling the groin stretching, trying to keep the hip bones level, which you're not sinking into that stretch, keeping the hip bones nice and level. Chair's there if you need it. You can let that leg go out a little bit further if you need to as well. If you want to increase that stretch, take your other arm and reach up to the ceiling. Holding that position, 3, 2, 1, and bringing that arm back down. And then we're going to take the weight back up to the middle, fantastic. Let's turn the other toe out slightly, bring that toe in a little bit further, and then again just let your weight sink down. Tail's tucked under, hip bones facing forward, chair's there if you need a little bit of support. We're holding that position, feeling the stretch. You can take the arms away from the chair, you can move your other foot out a little bit wider, no pressure in your knee. If you want to, take that other arm up, hold that stretch, feel the stretch right down the side of the body. 3, 2, 1, back round. And then nice and slowly coming up to the middle and just walking that foot back in, walking the feet back in together. Good. I'm going to work through the calves. So I'm just going to turn to face my chair, one foot behind the other, and I'm just going to bend my front leg. Trying to keep my body upright, so I'm holding that nice upright position, shoulders nice and relaxed, and if I look down, just have a wee check, the toes are facing forward. Again, I don't want my knee going over that front leg, so if you do want to move the foot back and increase the stretch, just move that back foot back a little bit further, slide it back. So feeling the calf stretching, so it's the lower back part of the straight leg, right down into the ankle. Holding that stretch, shoulders nice and relaxed. And then we're going to change that into a hip stretch. So after we've held that for around about 20 seconds, if you can, we're just going to take the heel off the ground, we're just going to sink our weight down. I'm going to think about pouring the water out the back of the bucket. So I've just lifted and tucked back, so my glutes are tight, and I'm feeling the stretch across the front of my hip. I'm holding that position, as well as stretching through my hip. It's a really good strength building exercise for my legs, holding that position. And we're just going to nice and slowly put the heel back down to the ground, and then just draw that leg back up and in. Now I'm going to change my chair over. You can obviously keep your chair where it is, but just to let you have the best visual from this position. Foot back down, so I've got the calf stretch to start with, shoulders relaxed, toes facing forward, and I'm just going to feel where I can get that best stretch. I want to feel the stretch, maybe about 5 or 6 out of 10. Remember, you don't want it to be uber sore so you can't put the heel down the ground, but you do want to feel that stretch lengthening right through the lower back part of the leg. And again, we're just going to lift up, so my heel's off the ground, my weight's up, and then I'm just going to sink the weight down. So that front leg, I can feel the muscles through the quads working. Going to tip the water out the back of the bucket, so I feel the hips stretching, holding that stretch, feeling the leg muscles working to keep me in that position. And again, in your own time, you're going to come up and out of that stretch, gently pushing up, and then bringing that leg back in. It's a really nice stretch to do if you've been sitting a lot and you're feeling a little bit of tightness or stiffness through the hips. So we're going to stretch the hamstrings, okay? So we're going to take one leg out in front. Now that leg out in front is really my balance point. All the weight, all my support weight's in my back leg here. So what I want to do is feel the stretch down the back of my straight leg. I'm going to think about the hips just gently pushing out behind me, and it's almost like a bow, keeping the back as straight as you can, and take it to a point where you can feel that stretch down the back of the straight leg. Again, I've got hardly any weight on that front leg. I can lift it up and down. It's my balance point. I've got a chair to help me if I need it. If I don't, you can keep your hands on your hips. Think about pushing the bottom just further back behind you. That's going to increase the stretch. Find where it's comfortable for you, trying to go for a 5, 6 out of 10. Keeping the breathing going, breathing in and out. And nice and slowly coming back up and bringing that leg back in. Let's swap sides. Other foot out in front. Just want to check that I've not got weight in that front leg. It's my balance point. Bow from the waist. Stick that bottom out behind you. Eyes just looking down to the ground, so there's no pressure in your neck looking up or curving down. Eyes just looking down to the ground. Again, if you can just take that a little bit further, think about pushing that bottom out behind you. Hamstring stretching. You can feel that nice lengthening through the back of the leg. And nice and slowly up we come. When you come back up, we're just going to take the feet hip width apart. We're going to tuck the tail under, draw the tummy in, and let the arms relax by the side. Fantastic. Little shoulder rolls. And let's take the arms up in front. So 2 arms up in front. Let's open into a nice chest stretch. Let's take the fingers back behind us. Feel the forearms stretching. And reach the arms back down to the ground. Let's take the arm across the body this time. Other arm coming underneath. And we're gently just pulling that arm in. Now, if you prefer, you can put the hand across the body and just gently hold on at the elbow. If you feel quite comfortable holding the straight arm, that's absolutely fine. But just find which is more comfortable for you. We're just stretching gently through the shoulder. You can do this from sitting. So if you prefer to sit down at any point for these upper body stretches, that's absolutely fine. Again, if you can hold them 20 seconds plus, that would be absolutely great. Making sure muscles are nice and warm, before you start your stretching. And relax back down. Let's do exactly the same on the other side. So choose one arm comes across the body, other arm underneath. Either gently pull across with that nice straight arm. Any pressure you want to make the exercise just a little bit easier. Just pop the hand onto the shoulder and just gently support the elbow. Again, just you decide which exercise is easier for you. Just watch the elbow joint. So either coming just gently above or below if you're gently pulling in so you're feeling the shoulder stretch. And relax back down. Fantastic. Take the arm out in front of you, palm facing up to the ceiling. I'm just going to place the hand behind your back. So it's a little pat in the back. The elbow's lifted up. Now find where you're comfortable. You can either keep the elbow in that position, or if you think you can lift it just a little bit higher up, we're feeling the tricep stretch in that position. Holding that position. And as you come out, we're going to reach up, round, and all the way down. Fantastic. Other hand in front, palm up to the ceiling. Little pat of the back. Find where it's comfortable. If you feel you can lift that elbow up a little bit higher. No pressure in your neck. So as you lift up high, remember you don't want to push the neck or head forward. Feeling the stretch down through the tricep. And as you come out of that stretch, we're reaching up, round, and all the way down again. Good. Little roll of the shoulders backwards just to loosen off. And relax the shoulders back down. Good. Drop the chin down to the chest. A little breath out. And breath in to come forward. Good. And again, little breath out to drop down. And a little breath in to come forward. Good. Through all your stretching, just keep the breathing going nice and naturally in and out. I'm going to be posting a little bit of a video on Pilates breathing and lateral breathing next, so you can practice your breathing without the exercises. But for your stretching, just remember, just keep the breath going, nice normal breath in and out. Don't hold the breath. Okay? Hope you enjoy and look forward to seeing you soon.